Can you hear me? Hey guys! Oh my gosh! I hope you can hear me. Oh my gosh! Please let me know in the live chat. Oh my goodness! I have missed you guys so much. Oh my goodness. Um. So, can anyone hear me before I keep going? Hey everybody. Okay, so I have Jack back. Hello. Crypto Laura. Hello. Pamela. Hello. Fox Mama's channel. Hello. Who else we have? Jennifer B. Hello. And Pamela. Hello. So glad to have everyone on here. Oh my gosh, can you guys hear me? If someone could let me know in the chat. Hey, Melissa, welcome. Hi, Diane. So, as I was getting ready to put my headphones on, they snapped. You can hear me. Great. Thank you so much, Pamela. They snapped in too. So, I was like, shit. That's the real me. Shit. Then I fixed it. So, we're good. No, you know what? When things like that happen, I thrive. That is like when I thrive. I'm like, okay, shit. First, you know what? For that first second, and then I'm like, law of attraction. Switch it around real quick, and then my mind just starts working. You know what? How can I do this? Okay. All right, guys. So, first of all, I'm going to let this go just another minute or two. Let everybody that's going to come on. All right, while we are waiting, guys, be thinking if you're brave enough to come up here with me. I will most certainly bring you up one at a time live as long as I possibly can to tell your one of your most embarrassing stories. So I'm going to start with mine. I'm going to tell you mine are pretty embarrassing. Oh my gosh. So the reason though that I am doing this shine in the first place, several weeks ago, I saw in vision the word shine written out, and I wasn't for sure exactly what it meant. I had some ideas, but I was totally wrong because a few days ago, it was like Spirit showed me in vision this, okay? And it became clear to me then exactly what it was. So this is something from Spirit, not from me. So I want to make sure that you understand that this is from Spirit. Spirit is guiding me to do this to teach you. So several years ago, I was taught how to heal. There's a certain energy that comes from my heart space. And most of the time I can control it. Sometimes I can't. The thing is, we all can do this, every single one of us. So how it started while people are still coming on. Hey, Stephanie. So how it started was one of my spirit guides a few years ago said, cast your rainbow. And so me thinking logically, I went through trying to figure out, okay, how do I make a rainbow prism on the wall? You know, and I like found stuff like where you get your CD and you put, you know, like reflects a CD, like a music CD, reflect light from it, and it'll shine a rainbow on your wall. And so then I was like, okay, now what? And nothing. You know, I printed out pictures of rainbows and put them in frames and hung them in my office. Now what? Nothing. You know, and the list goes on and on. The things that I tried to create rainbows, and I had no idea, you know, what I was doing or why or anything. So finally, one day, I was praying for, I can't remember. It may have been Stephanie from Get Spooky Society. I believe it was Stephanie. Someone out in our soul group, I was sending healing to. And I remember I stood up, and the way that I did it, that I'm going to teach you in a little while, all of a sudden, I felt this rush of energy coming from my heart space. And it was so strong. I knew it wasn't me, okay? But it was so strong that I could literally feel that this was going towards, I'm pretty sure it was Stephanie, towards Stephanie. And in that moment, that same guide came to me and said, casting your rainbow. So that's what the guide meant. So basically, it's sending a rainbow of healing of any kind from one heart space to another person's heart space, imagining a rainbow. Okay, so but I will teach you in the end. So right now, the most important thing is you have to be in the right space in order to heal. Okay, to heal other people and also to begin to heal yourself. So what the reason that I'm doing this funny stuff, okay, is to get everybody prepped, okay, to be in a very happy space. And so I am like putting myself out here because I love you all. I love you all so, so much. And Spirit says it's time for me to teach this. Okay. So that means I have to let go of my ego, which is fine, and do this for you so that you can begin to learn how to heal others and let it be a ripple effect. Okay. So first of all, the embarrassing stuff. Are you guys ready to roll? Okay. I'm going to start with mine. Let me get my list. Yeah, I have a list. There are many, but I'm not going to hold you on here because I want to save some because I want to keep doing this as long as Spirit has me to do this. Okay, so but so the first thing that was like super embarrassing. So I was in high school in Richmond, Kentucky at Madison Central, and I had lost a lot of weight. So my clothes started getting, really baggy on me, right? Well, at that time, my the religion at that time was, I had to wear all dresses or skirts. And so that's what I did. And of course, I wore high heels because that was the thing, at that time. That's been years ago, but that was the time. To wear high heels a lot. And so I did, even, being really young. And so, anyways, I got up one day and, from class, the bell rang, and Madison Central High School was a pretty big high school. I mean, there were a lot of students, which was a good thing for what I'm getting ready to tell you. So, so I get up and I'm walking out of class, and I'm like in the midst, of the crowd, and all of a sudden I feel my panties because I had lost weight. They were so big, and my dad hadn't bought me yet. They went right down to my ankles. Okay, so I'm like, shit. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. Shit. So I'm like, okay, how am I going to get out of this? I can't let anybody notice me because we were like sardines, okay, walking down the hall. It was that crowded. So, anyways, I'm like, okay, I'm going to play it cool. No one's going to notice, right? And I'm just going to keep walking and nothing is wrong, right? So I just stepped right out of them, I thought, and kept right on going, right? So anyways, we had to go down this very long flight of stairs, and I noticed going down the stairs that my panties had caught on my high heel. And I'd been dragging my panties for a long time, and a lot of people saw it. Anyways, so that's one. So now the story continues. Guys, I know I'm red. I'm roasting in here. The room I'm in, there's no air conditioning, and if I open my door, you'll be hearing my dad holler, "Help! Help!" Because he thinks he's fishing, and he that's another story. But anyways, he needs me to help him reel the fish in. Okay. So anyways. Yeah, yeah, Jack Mike, right? Yeah, yeah. Oh, hey, oh my giddy aunt. Hey, welcome. So, anyways, around that same time, I so they make it's like a slip. The ladies will know what I'm talking about, but people that I grew up with called them petticoats. So it's like a slip, but it's got legs, So like if you're wearing a dress and if you have to bend over, it keeps you covered, right? It's like having on a pair of pants. But it's a slip. So, anyways, I had that on, and because I was thinking, okay, I'm going to go to church, and I wasn't going to church with my dad. I went to church with one of my friends' churches with my friend. Okay, so, anyways, I did great, because I'm thinking, okay, I've got this petticoat on this time, so my panties can't fall down, right? I'm safe. So, anyways, so church ended, and everybody like lined up to shake the preacher's hand. So there were only a few people in front of us that had actually, shook the preacher's hand and walked out the door and everything. And so there were a lot of people behind us. And so I get to preacher and I put my hand out, and there went my petticoat, and there went my panties. Yeah, that happened. So, anyways, yeah. Then something else uh, really funny was when I worked in nursing. You guys know my hair's curly, right? But I have to use it's like this horse stuff. Okay, it's called Cowboy Magic oils. Everything I've tried, this is the only stuff that works. So back then, I didn't have this Cowboy Magic, right? I was using oils and conditioners, everything I could possibly try on the market to keep my hair from frizzing because my hair's like this. Okay, if I don't have this stuff in my hair, okay. So, anyways, so I was a nurse and I was working on the floor, and at this one facility, they had some kind of like a vent that was in the ceiling. And I think it was a vent that sucked air up into it somehow. I'm not really sure how that worked. But anyways, okay, so nurses, well, at least then, I had to wear my hair back, away from my face. And so every day at lunchtime, I would go into into the break room, which was where that was. And it was like when I would come off of break, because of that vent, I would have a hair halo, just a frizz, like perfectly round, just every day. This went on for like a year and a half, the whole time that I worked there. So, anyways, I mean, that was and I had to try to look professional and everything, and there was nothing I could do. I would pin it down, and it would just keep, But anyways, so that happened, and then something else that I think is extremely funny too. What happened recently when I came to my dad's? So I was here. I don't know, a few months, and they finally let him out of the hospital and sent him to rehab here where we're living right now. And in rehab, they said that we could come get him like for a day trip. They would put him in the vehicle and I could take him out to eat, something like that, and then bring him back. So that was the intention. So when I picked him up, they gave us a portable oxygen tank. Now, guys, I worked in healthcare since I was 13. And I'm telling you, I've never seen such an ancient oxygen tank before. So I was like, okay, and I had to find out how to use it because I'd never seen one like that before. So anyways, so I put it in the vehicle. So you have to know that I was driving. My dad was in the front passenger seat, and then my stepmommy, she was behind my dad on the passenger side, and then I had the oxygen tank behind the driver's seat. Okay, so we take off. The intention was to go to Berea, Kentucky, to go to Gold Star Chili because that's one of my dad's favorite places, right? I was just going to go in the drive-thru and get him something to eat, right? So we were not even like a half a mile away from this facility, and all of a sudden I'm seeing like this cloud of dust in in the vehicle, and it got worse and worse till I honestly could not see. And I was like, oh my God. I said, I said, Mama, it's getting ready to blow. So I pulled over really fast to the first business I could get to, which was a tobacco barn down here. And so there, and I was looking for a patch of grass because, my first instinct was, okay, I got to protect the people, the public, right? And because if this thing blows. So, anyways, I was like looking for a strip of grass somewhere, and I found one in between two businesses. So here I am, I'm running with this oxygen tank, and I'm just like, oh, please protect me, right? And so I'm running with it, and it looks like it's just steaming, all this stuff coming out of it. And so I get it as far back in the grass as I can. I run back to the vehicle, and so then I take off to the other side of that office, whatever it was, like this business, the tobacco barn. I take off to the other side of the tobacco barn to park, and then I called 911. So 911 comes out, and we get the fire department, we get the ambulance, and we get the sheriff. So the fireman, so he goes over there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's gonna get blown up. Right? And he picks it up, and he's just laughing, walking towards me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what in the heck? Like, I didn't want that around me. Right? And so he said what it was it is so old that it actually works like a window air conditioner. It froze up. Like, it froze up, and that's what it was that was coming out in the car. So anyways, during that time, the sheriff came to me and started asking me questions, and here's my dad without oxygen right in the front of the car too. So he's like, so who's your dad? And I said, Tim Brandenburg. And he said, down here on, and he said our street name, and he said, that white house down there. I said, uh-huh. and he said, you tell Mr. Brandenburg that I want every one of those guns gone today, because he's going to have every one of my men killed. So apparently, I'm like, okay. So apparently what my dad had been doing was, he had this, it's called Yi home system, YI, and it has a delay on it. So it would record him, and so then when he would come inside, this was before, of course, before he got really ill, he would come inside, and it wouldn't show him anything for like 5 minutes until he came in. So when he would look at it, he didn't realize it was him on camera. So he kept calling the police station and reporting that someone was outside. And so when they would come over, my dad had like permit to carry rights then. And he would like wave his gun and like demand and say, I know someone tried to do it. Here it is on camera. So yeah. Yeah. So anyways, that's what I have, because I don't want to give everything in one time. Now, is there anyone that would like to come up here and tell your story? If so, I will put a link down there for you. Let me find where's my phone? No, I don't see anyone. Oh, hey, let's see, Scorpius? Scorpius? Is it Welcome. Okay, so let's see. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Well, if there is impossible to follow that, I know the penny thing, right? Okay, so oh yeah, okay, so that's how you pronounce it. Okay, so since no one is brave enough yet, I know you guys will be one day, right? You will be one day. We could go ahead and I'll teach you how to start casting your rainbow. Okay, that's where this shine is coming in. So first, what we're going to have to do now, listen, I don't have music set up. I have music that I have bought that I have legal rights to, but I haven't actually had time to get that set up yet. But so here on out, I will have music in the background as we meditate. Okay. And then after the meditation's done, if you guys have any questions about me, my personal life, because this is what this is about too, so that we can learn each other and you can see me away from my Capricorn self, because this is something you have to know too. How you guys normally see me is not how I normally am. Um, I I don't know why, but all my life, I have been like when I'm thinking, like when I'm working or I'm cleaning, something that requires me to have a lot of thought. Okay, I'm like, and they say it's a Capricorn look. So I don't know. I have a lot of air in my chart too. I don't know. It could be the mixture, because I'm thinking. My mind's always going. So, but anyways, um, when I'm doing readings, and when I'm on here interviewing people and stuff, I'm in that mode. So you're not really getting to meet the real me. So I want you to be able to ask me questions, and I want to ask you guys questions too. Anyone that feels like at any point, whether it's today or another time, that you want to come up here and tell some things about yourself, we can absolutely do this, because I want us to get to learn who we are. Even though we have distance, we don't have to have distance, right? Okay, let's see. What do we? Fox says, if I let's see, if I did it, would be my first embarrassing moment. Okay, let's go ahead and roll with the meditation, and then we can start asking some questions, okay? Because I want to make sure that I teach you guys this. I'm like, okay, all right. So the very first thing that I feel like is important to know is I'm going to teach you first of all. Now, when we begin, I will ask you to close your eyes. But right now, I'm going to kind of explain the process before we have to close the eyes, okay? Um, I'll do it with you. Let's test it out if you fancy. Oh, you want to do it now? Oh my giddy, you want to do it now in this one? If you do, I'll post the link. Let me know in the live chat. Guys, give them just a minute. Sure, we'll grab some water too. Okay, sure. So oh my giddy, all you will need to do is scroll to the very top of the live chat, and I'll have a link up there pinned for you. I'm just finding it here right now. This will be interesting. I'm just finding it here right now. You can hear me talking. Okay, hold on. Okay. Oh my giddy. I'm pinning it now. There we go. Okay, while we are waiting for oh my giddy aunt or aunt, however you say it politically correct, does anyone have any questions? Hey, pretty with pistols. It's a Capricorn thing. Yeah, it's for you too. Your hubby after 21 years. Yes. What's wrong? Are you mad? Yes. Exactly. That's what I'm asked like all my life. Same thing. Like I'll just be like going through the house cleaning and being as happy as can be, but I'm just thinking, what's my because multitasking and because I want to get it done. When I'm cleaning, look, y'all, I'm I am not one of those people that wants to spend a whole day cleaning. I'm sorry. No, I want to get into it, get it done, have it over with, and then do whatever, right? And so my mind is like multitasking, like constantly, okay, this, here, back and forth. And I am like whizzing and I'm like out of my way. And apparently I have this look on my face and people have always been like, are you mad? I'm like, no, of course I'm not mad, but you look mad, and but I'm not mad. I'm just cleaning. I don't know. Okay, does anybody have any questions while we're waiting on Oh My Giddy? Anything? You can ask me any questions about me. We don't want to go too far, but any questions about me so you can learn me, because it may take Oh My Giddy just a moment to get on here. And while I'm waiting for questions, so I'll go ahead and tell you some things about my background. So when I was little, my real mom had me in just about everything, which was good because it made me very bold, I think, not worried about the public. So my real mom had me, in baton and cheerleading and dance. So I was always performing since I was little in front of a big crowd of people, always in parades. And then that went to band, and I was in band from 6th grade until, I started it in college, but I quickly stopped because, college was a lot. Got to download Chrome. That's fine. Take your time. So pretty much just through high school, and I played clarinet, bass clarinet, and contrabass clarinet. So I did a lot of clarinet competitions at the Eastern University College in Richmond, Kentucky, and I won a lot of awards too. However, here's the funny thing. So I did not like playing the clarinet. I wanted to play the drums. And my real mom, she was, she really thought that I needed to play clarinet or flute. So I chose the clarinet. That's the choices I had. But I love the drums, y'all. I love the drums. Oh my gosh. Like I could just live within the drums. Okay. Like when I hear drum beats, I'm just like, oh yeah, baby. I am all over it. Like I love dance club music. Anything that is just like got a really high, fast vibe, I am on it. That is me. I mean, it's like it does something to my spirit to where I'm just like, oh yeah, come on, let's do this. So like any of you who have watched the series that I started about Ancient Secrets Revealed, that's why I have the drum beats in there, because I absolutely love them. It just, I don't know, it does something to me. And it gives me like this really high vibe, and I'm really ready to just like kick it in. You play drums, Lori. Wow, that's awesome. I did not know that. See, and we talk, and I never knew that. That is so cool. So, Lori, how long have you been playing drums? Did you play them professionally or anything like that? And so while we're waiting on Lori, so back to the band thing. So that stopped. Now singing, I have always sang. I started singing in church. Um, didn't have lessons. Then I started singing quite a few places, just around Kentucky. I didn't leave Kentucky, but let's see. I mean, I can, but I don't have a set. My little brother is a drummer. I'll learn from him. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Um, we don't have to have someone to teach us if it's something, a lot of us have natural gifts, and sometimes we do have to have someone that, mentors us and gives us these little tips and tricks and things like that too. Um, so I sang, not professional, just hold the beat. Okay. Um, but I sang a lot of places. I sang at Renfrew Valley one time in Rockcastle County, Kentucky. Um, and that was when my children were little. So from that point, oh, and um, I became when I was not a nurse then. I was a nursing assistant then, and when I became a nurse, I laid all of that to the side because it was like then I'm that type of person that I always had 2 to 3 jobs, because well, my dad taught me well on this part, that like when you work, you never know when something is going to be gone. You just never know. So you never want to have just one job. So I had an agency nursing backup. So I would work that once a week, and I always had my foot in the door. I worked a part-time job and I trained nursing assistants for the state, and then I worked my regular nurse job. Oh my giddy, are you still having trouble? If you're having trouble, we may need to go ahead and keep going. Oh, almost got it. Okay. And let's see. And so what else? So basically, fast forward to now. So now is really the first time in my life that kids are grown. Oh, and I have 2 sons. Um, Kids are grown, and I can live my dreams now, and that is what I'm doing. That is what I'm doing. So I hear you kicking in. Here you are. How exciting!
Oh, hey.
Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
how are you doing? You are.
Oh, do I need to?
How exciting! Hey,
Do I need to pause? I need to pause YouTube then, don't I?
yeah, I
Is that
would.
all right?
Or turn the volume down. Maybe just turn the volume down.
I've never done this before, so that's YouTube. And so I'm on here. Okay. Nice to meet you anyway.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you too. Oh my goodness, this is so amazing.
I know everybody else. I don't know where you're from, but hey. So I'm glad I can help. Be your guinea pig.
That's awesome.
As well. It's just it's late here, so.
So you're the brave one.
Well, maybe stupid one.
Yeah. So what kind of embarrassing experience have you had?
Oh god damn. Keep it clean, yeah. I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay, at boarding school, I was sort of a little bit left out of things, and so the school chaplain asked me to be the server when we used to go to church, and I decided to get very, very drunk. That sort of 15-year-old sort of. Basically, it was almost a whole bottle of vodka. and it's the first time I'd ever been drunk. And on the Sunday service, where I was sort of like with a little collar on, sort of like looking all sort of choir boy stuff, I had this hangover from hell. So, and I took one whiff of that communion wine. I was like, what are they? So the whole school was looking at me, and so he was sort of doing his sort of brotherly love stuff, and I'm like, I'm sort of trying not to be seen by everybody. And in the end, so I went flying down the aisle of the church, the chapel. There's massive, great doors, those wooden doors, about sort of 15 feet high. And the headmaster's rose bush was outside. It all just came out, and I think he went half my stomach like came out as well. Anyway, but so it was almost sort of, I got sort of branded sort of spawn of the devil. Oh gosh, is it frozen? I hope people haven't seen it. Is that it? Oh, it's gone, isn't it?
Can you hear me?
Oh yes, I can. I can't see it. Is it frozen? But no, that was probably one of the earliest ones anyway. But no, I'm not spawn of the devil. But I made this stupid mistake, and yeah, there you go. But you were telling church things, and I thought I'd follow along with the church thing too.
Yeah, right. This is so cool. Oh my gosh. So that was pretty embarrassing for you too, huh?
Yeah, looking like a choir boy, sort of throwing up stomach lining up to the headmaster's rose bush. Yeah, it was. I left soon after that anyway. So, but there you go. It keeps freezing. Shall I mini? What else have I got open? Maybe I should close something. If I close YouTube, is that fighting for space? Oh, is that fighting for space? Maybe it's because I'm running it off a mobile phone.
We're back.
Oh, you're back. It keep freezing.
Okay, it looks like I am having some internet problems. Well,
it's probably me.
I'm going to have to hurry. And no, I don't know. I don't think it's you. I think it's mine. I'm in the country, so I do apologize. Hey, lady, welcome. But anyways, thank you so much. I really put up here and telling your story, embarrassing story. And I'm going to go ahead and
can I say thank you for all your fantastic posts? You're such a bright energy and so full of light and so lovely. And congratulations on your divorce as well, by the way.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. That warms my heart so much. It really does. Thank you. And much love to you.
And to you.
Okay. So hang on just a minute, guys. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and teach you because I am having internet difficulties, apparently. So, as quick as I can. So, before I ask you to close your eyes, this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be guiding you through some breaths. It won't take that long. And then I'm going to be having you to imagine some things, okay? And it may seem a little strange at first, but just go with it because I promise you it is beautiful. We all have this within us and we can heal so many people. And it may get to the point. I mean, it's going to take some practice, okay? Not because, it's not something that we can just boom. But it's all about intention in our mind. It's all about trust, not trusting me, trusting God, the divine, okay? Trusting the universe. And as long as we trust and as long as we can see it in our mind and we can believe it, it literally happens. I do it all the time. And I send healing and people, it works, okay? But that's the thing. It's not me. Okay, and I need everyone to understand that we are simply a vessel, an avatar, okay, that is holding the energy and the information that has been hidden from us for many, many thousands of years. Okay, so I'm going to teach you this tonight. Here we go. All right, so let's go ahead and close our eyes. Now, when I say exhale, I'm going to do something a little different. You know, normally when we go into meditation, we take in a deep breath first, right? This is going to be the opposite. We're going to focus on the exhale first because we need to make sure that we are releasing with each exhale negativity, negative thoughts, hurts, traumas, everything that we possibly can. Now, it's going to be very important that as we release, as we are exhaling these things out, I need you to feel a fierceness about it, okay? So we're not just, we are, okay? We're really pushing it out. Like, I don't want this in me anymore. I don't want it. I'm done. I'm done with this. This is no longer me, okay? Something like that. And then we're going to hold for four, count for a count of four. And then as we inhale, what we're going to do is we're going to be intending or envisioning somehow of a bright white light of God and nothing but pure love, filling that space up that we just we made all that space because we just got rid of all that negative junk. Now we can fill it up with beautiful love, and we're going to repeat that 4 times, okay? And then we're going to actually start the meditation. Okay, so make sure everyone's comfy. Okay, get ready. We're getting ready to exhale first. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale love. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale negativity. 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale light. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Release. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Last time. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, and 4. Now, I would like for you to start thinking about your jaws. Are they tensed? Are your teeth clenched? If so, begin relaxing them. There are a lot of points on our bodies when we go into meditation that we don't realize that are still tensed up. So let's start, and I'm going to allow you to do this on your own, okay? Just observe. Start with your cheeks and work your way down, all the way down to your toes. Make sure everything is relaxed. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Do what you can to move, okay? I'll give you just a moment. Okay. So now what we're going to do is one of the most important parts. I need you to visualize that you're looking at me and you see that I'm reaching up to a zipper just below the bottom portion of my neck at the beginning of my heart space. And I'm slowly unzipping that zipper. And as I'm unzipping it, you're seeing light coming from the inside of my body and shining out. You begin seeing that I am unzipping all the way down to my belly button. And then the most amazing thing is you see me take both of my hands, place inside this avatar suit, and pull back both sides of what seems to be flesh. And there is this big, huge, bright, white light of God that is coming from my heart space. And you also see what seems to be a rainbow coming from my heart. So now, what I need you to also visualize is that you are looking down. You are feeling. Take your hands and act it out if you need to. Go just to the bottom of your neck, starting at your heart space, and just pretend like you're slowly unzipping your suit. And as you do, begin to realize and feel that there is light that is literally shining from the inside of your body. And once you have gotten to your belly button, now it's time for you to take both hands, place inside your avatar, and pull it apart and see a beautiful, gigantic light that is radiating out of your body in front of you. The light is shining so bright that you can't believe that this is coming from inside you because you've never seen it before. You may have heard about it. You may have read about it, but you've never seen it coming from you. And now you're seeing it. Okay, now the very next important thing. Now, you can say this however you want, because remember, the main important thing is intention, trust, faith in what you believe. And if you believe that this will happen, then with practice, you will begin to heal others. You can heal others. You can heal their hearts. You can send them love. You can heal their emotions. You can heal them spiritually, and you can heal them physically as well. Okay? It's all about the amount of trust and faith that you have. Okay. Now, this next part that I'm going to do, I'm going to be sending this to each of you on here. And for anyone that comes on after this live is done. Okay? So that is my intention. So anyone that sees this at any time, this will be felt, okay, by you. So here we go. So you're going to want to do what I'm about to do and practice it. Holy Spirit, Holy Divine, all who are with me in the highest divine realms of love and truth, I come to you now for divine intervention for humanity, for each and every person that is watching this and that will watch this at any time in the future. I ask that you please help me to cast my rainbow of love. Thank you, Spirit. I feel you. This rainbow of love to each and every person. I ask that you add healing of mind, body, and spirit to these. Now, what you will do, I already feel Spirit working. You're going to feel, with practice, you're going to start feeling a churning in your heart space. And when you do, you need to push your chest forward and actually push. So you'll be pushing energy from your heart space and imagining that within this bright white light, there is a rainbow coming out of your chest to the person that you're going to connect with the other person, to the other person's heart space. So it's like it will start with you and end with someone else. Okay, now in this instance where there is a multitude of people, that's fine too. I just imagine that I have many branches of this rainbow that are attaching to people all around the world. So you just push. You don't want to take in deep, deep breaths like we did before, but you do want to make sure that you're breathing in a balanced way, okay? Okay, now I'm going to stop teaching for a minute and I'm going to do, okay? So that those of you that need healing and that you trust Spirit so much, you're going to feel me. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to stop now. Now, when you begin feeling the energy depleting, it's okay to stop. So it usually takes just a few minutes, not very long. And people, whomever you're sending this to, or again, a group of people, if you know them, they will tell you normally how they feel. So before I reveal to everyone on here, before I tell you what the effects are, I would like to see what people, and I'm going to write it down right now. And I want to see those of you that feel any different, okay, anywhere in your body, in any way. Please post it in the live chat. Again, it could take just a minute, okay? Please put in the live chat, how do you feel differently? What do you feel? And I'm going to write it. And what I'm writing is what most people tell me they feel. Okay, I got it. We have one person commenting. Anyone else feel anything yet? Okay. So, Lori. Oh, let's see. You're strong as an ox. Oh my goodness. Do you feel something too? What do you feel? Yes, I am strong. Yes, I am. Yeah, before I reveal this, just tell me. Tell me what you feel in the live chat. Okay, Crypto Laura is saying as if pain is removed. Awesome. Awesome. Oh my goodie said circular warmth. Okay. Very good. Okay, so this is, if you can read it, I wrote it fast, guys. Sorry. Spiritually high. So that includes the buzzing, that includes the warmth. And then Fox said, and her pain went away too. Very nice. Okay, Jack Mac said I couldn't do it. I'm driving. That's okay, Jack Mac. You can come back later and try it. Yeah, my pain went away. Very nice. Yeah. So that's how that works. Okay. Now, when it works for me, I've noticed it works a lot better when there's one person to concentrate on. Okay, because you're putting all of that energy and intention into one person. But guys, honestly, see, I was pushing my chest forwards, but almost took a step back. But honestly, I send the love out into the universe a lot of times, and I'll just stand and I'll turn in a circle, you know, and start pushing it out and imagining that it's going out to all the planets, you know, all the everything in the universe, to all the beings, you know, everything, and sending love. So we can send to one person, we can send to many, to everything within the universe if we want, to all the animals, you know, all the trees, whatever. Because everything's energy anyways. So, you know, I'll also notice that being in front or being in the actual physical presence with someone, because yes, it's all consciousness and it all travels everywhere. We don't have to be physically near someone. However, I have noticed, and it could just be me and what my belief system is, okay? But I've noticed that when I am actually physically in the same room with someone and I'm doing this, it is so much stronger. And like people are just like, whoa, okay? So always keep that in mind too. So as you practice this, like you can practice this on anyone because it doesn't do anything but help, okay? Um so you know you can practice on other people that you know that are going to be honest with you and say I don't feel anything or I do feel something, okay? Because just like everything else, we have to practice it and we have to work on it. But it is a gift that each and every single human being has, okay? Said it feels nice. Yes, Lori, content and happy. And oh my goodie said I was pushing my chest forward. Yeah. Oh yeah, I read that. I'm sorry. Took a step back. Awesome. All right, guys, but that's how you do it. Okay. So please, if you decide to practice this, and thank you for sharing this great technique. You're very, very welcome. Guys, let me know along the way how this is doing for you. And if you have any questions, because yes, there could be many things that I did not describe or answer your questions to while doing this. So please let me know at any time if you need anything. And guys, you know, I take forever getting back. I'm sorry. I've got so many projects right now, but I will get back to you. Okay, I will. And sometimes people get lost too. Poor Jack Mac was lost. How many weeks, Jack Mac? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, you're so very welcome. So very welcome, Laura. But I will get back to you. So if you get lost within the emails, eventually I will find you. Okay, I promise. and but here's what I told Jack back. Like if you're ever asking me something, something that is, like spiritual, something, not just chit chat. Now, chit chat, please, guys, I've got so much going on. It's hard. It's hard, but it is stuff that I am trying to knock out all at once because I feel inspired to do so, so that I can move forward in my life in different ways. Okay. But I want to knock these things out so I can say, you know what, these were my live streams. They're done. Now I can move on to other stuff. Um, so just bear with me. But if it's important stuff, like really important, okay, questions that you have, about spirituality or whatever, if you notice that you send me a message and like, give me 2-3 days, okay. But if you notice that, hey, Michelle's not answering me back, I may be lost in all the emails or whatever. Just send me something back. Like what Jack Mac does is, sends like a bunch of hearts or, hey, Michelle, with some hearts or something, just like, so that hopefully I'll see it on my scroll down on my phone and then I'll be like, oh, shoot, I got to answer Jack Mac back. It's that kind of thing. So, if I don't answer you back, make sure to send me something else. But if it's just chit chat, please don't. Please, please. Because I just don't have the time for that right now. I really, really, really don't. But spiritually, yes. Yeah, Jack, right. Purpose in life. Yes, yes. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, now that part's over, are there any questions? Do you guys have any questions for me? Just like anything you want to know about me. Anything. And then we're going to close. Oh my Giddy, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you. You are such a light too, my friend. Oh my gosh, sun, moon, and stars. I love you. Thank you so much for coming on. Yes, I'm well and I'm safe. Yes, thank you. You too. Why are you so freaking sweet? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, what is my favorite color? Well, I have several. So this, if you can see, this is like a berry color. That's that, and then a deep teal, like, let's see. Hang on, let me show you here. It's deeper than that. It's not bright. It's like a rich, deep green blue, but it's more green than it is blue. Okay. My curtains are not the actual color that I like. It's a darker, deep green blue. And my favorite colors. Also, now if we're talking about a house, okay, my favorite. Cause see y'all, I don't know if you do the same thing, but I have like certain colors I love to wear. But then I have certain house colors. House colors, I love sterile and I love cold, as in I like black, silvers, chromes. I like clears. I like. I'm not that person that likes the white country cabinets. That is just not me. Think of spaceship, and there I am. That's what I like. I'm serious. I'm not that person that wants to decorate the counters and all that. I'm like, sterile that shit. But I like to have lots of like cabinets so that I can store everything. Look, y'all. Okay, this is how I am. Okay. You see, this has a yellow tip. See, I have lots of these. Lots of them, okay? And I have lots of different colors of tips. So this is for lemon water, the yellow. Okay, that's me. Anyways, I like grays and blacks in my home. That's what I like. Grays, blacks, and silvers and clears and less is better. Like you see how I've got this stuff decorated back here? Um okay, that's a lot for me, but I do it for props to give you guys something to look at. But that is not how I decorate my home. I want plants. I want plants. Because plants give off beautiful, thriving energy, and they replenish us. So that's just how I do. Let's see. Okay, more questions. Oh, thank you, sun, moon, and stars. My eye color. Well, it depends on what day and what moment of the day. my my eyes are okay. My eyes are a deep, it's like an olive green. What color do they look to you right now? Let me look at the camera. Okay, so my eyes are a deep olive green, but they're hazel, which means they turn color. And so it depends on what lighting I'm in. Now, if I'm inside the house and let's say it's dark inside or it's nighttime, okay? And even if it's nighttime and there's, just the regular ceiling lights on, my eyes will usually look dark brown, okay? But during the day, my eyes inside the house will look more like olive green if there's enough light. But it also depends on what I'm wearing, colors of makeup, because like any colors that are around me, it changes my eyes. So my eyes can be brown, they can be like yellow gold, they can be gray, they can be blue, they can be green. I think I got them all. Oh, and they can be tricolor. Sometimes my eyes will look like gray around the edges, and then there'll be two other colors. It just depends on what I wear and the lighting. So I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to abduct you in a UFO. Come on, girl. Let's do this. I'm so ready. If I ever get a kitchen, I want rooster and chickens. Oh, to decorate with. Okay, okay. See, I used to decorate like all kinds of stuff. Okay, I did. But then after I got sick and, all that stuff happened to me, right? So then here I am and I'm laying there and I can't walk and who's going to clean it? Right? And while I was in bed for 2 years, it made me think about a lot of things because, I was always too busy to think, about my life. So, I began realizing it's like, wait a minute, that's more stuff to clean. That's more time that I'm spending on something else than on what I really want to do, right? So I began little by little downsizing and finally went through this period of where I was like, I'm getting rid of it. I'm getting rid of it. Things that people had left me that had passed away. There were things that I held on to because it was theirs, and they were important to me. But there was a lot of stuff that I didn't use. It was in a hutch and in a cabinet and whatever, and it was taking up. It was clutter. It was just clutter. And so finally, I made peace with it, and I spoke to them in spirit and told them that I wanted their things to be used by other people instead of just sitting there, because I know that's why they bought this stuff. They use these things. Okay. And it was really important for them. So, it didn't make any sense for me to just have them stored in a cabinet that I never use. Right. So what I did was I kept one item from each person. That's it. Everything else had to go. So as I began downsizing, it was like, oh, okay. I made a lot of space. Yeah, I like the least the better. But lots. Like, I guess I'm probably a little obsessive over plants. I love, love, love plants. Hey, Chaley, welcome. I'm doing fantastic, honey. How are you doing? Cock-a-doodle-doo farm, Laura. I love you, Laura. So you grew up on a farm. Okay, got it. Chaley, blues, no green. So you like the blues, okay? Or are you talking about you like the blues, or that's the color of your eyes, or is that what color my eyes are showing up on camera? You are multifaceted. Yes, yes. Yes, I do have gold flakes in them. Green eyes often do. Yes, oh my goodness. Yes, they do have green. Here, I'll try to get closer. I don't know if I can. I don't know if are you seeing? I hope you're seeing. Maybe you can see the gold in them. I don't know. Normally you can if you're like standing in front of me. If the light's shining, you can see the gold all in them. What's your favorite ghost experience? Oh, here we go. There we go. I love, love, love paranormal. My favorite ghost experience. Give me just a second. Let me think, because there are many. There's so many. Do I do scary? Do I do scary or do I do inspiring? Oh, that's the question. Let's see. Okay. I think my favorite, because it was beautiful. Okay. When I was laying in bed fast, my husband at that time was gone wherever. Okay. And I was in pain. I had been suffering in pain so bad. And I was crying out. I was, and I couldn't walk. And I needed to go to the hospital, right? And I knew, and I was in the midst of the awakening. So I knew there were spirits around me. I knew God was there, or, the divine. I knew something higher than me was there. So I started, crying, and I was like, please, I know you're here. I know you hear me. I need you to help me. I'm in so much pain, or I'm going to have, because see, here's the thing. The front door was locked. If I called 911, they would have to bust the windows out or the door down or something to get into me. And there was a lot involved. I was renting and stuff. So anyways, so that's what I said. I said, please do something. I can't handle it anymore. And so all of a sudden, now I need you to know this too. I was laying on my side of the bed. Okay. So all of a sudden it was like 3, 2, 1. I was out. Okay. I woke up. I don't know how long I was out, but when I woke up, I saw this, I don't know if it was a spirit. I don't know if it was an extraterrestrial. I don't know what it was, but I could tell you it was not in physical form. Okay. But it was like this big mist of like a face, but it wasn't human. Okay. But then from its neck down was just like almost like a snake tail, but it wasn't a snake. It was just, but it was a mist. Okay. And it was standing above me, and I was laying on my back on my ex-husband's side of the bed. Now, y'all, I could not move. Okay. I was on the other side of the bed. Something moved me. Okay. And so I saw that. And then all of a sudden, I saw something moving at the foot of my bed. And it looked like a 16-year-old girl wearing a white, long nightgown, like from way back, right? And she had a candle, and there was one candle sticking up, and she had it out in front of her. And she kept walking, and she went through the wall, which led outside. So that, that's my most favorite because it's so inspiring. Okay, let's see. Where'd it go? Okay. I'm, I'm going with you in the UFO. Come on, girl, let's go. Oh my goodness. I love you. Okay. Okay. With your serious focused Capricorn face on, too much stuff just became dust collectors. Yeah, it did. It really did. It really did because it was like, because like when I clean, it's oh my gosh, it's a big task for me. Okay, and it's not something I enjoy. I'm just being real. I do not like to clean, but I do. I like a clean space. Okay, and I make sure to clean it, but that's not what I have fun doing. Right? It's a responsibility. Right? So, but I don't know, I'm drawn to sterile. I don't know. Maybe it's because, I worked healthcare. I don't know. I don't know. But the less I have sitting out and I can just wipe off real fast and it's clean and I can go, I don't know. Okay, let's see. Oh, my eyes. Okay, I see. Thank you. Okay. Laugh out loud about plants. Must be a Cappy thing. Oh, so my eyes turned to hazel then. Okay, the second time. Okay. See, the light, you never know. 1 minute there's something. It's always a surprise. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Jack Max said scary. Okay. All right. So give me just a minute. Let me think. Scary. Oh, I already know. Okay. I love scary shows, y'all. I'm sorry. I love scary paranormal. If it's real, it's gotta be real. I'll watch paranormal stuff that's not real, but it's kind of like when I know it's not real, I'm like, show me the real stuff. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the scariest was all right. I this was during the same time, when I said I was laying in bed and I was, it happened a lot of see what it was. Okay, I have metal in my neck. Okay, I didn't have metal in my neck at the time. Because when I was in the elevator crash, it literally like picked me up and like slammed me into the wall from the top of my head, and it had an effect on my neck and different things. So, and then I just went down, on the floor. And anyways, so my neck was like in excruciating pain. And I remember I woke up, this was during the middle of the night. I woke up hurting, and I was just, oh my God, it was unreal, and I couldn't breathe. It was kind of like the other instance I just told you about. And all of a sudden, now I could feel something breathing on the back of my neck. Something big. Something really big and not human. Okay. So I'm like, oh my God, what is this thing? What is this? And I'm like, oh God, please keep me safe. Please keep me safe. So when I closed my eyes, because I was laying away from it, I was laying on my right side. Okay. So, and I couldn't move. So, so I'm like, and like, please God, please God. And so I closed my eyes, and when I did, I saw on my third eye, it was like I could see behind me what was happening. So I saw this big, huge thing that was totally black that looked like it was a part snake, part dragon, and it had hands and legs. I mean, it literally had hands. Okay. And this thing, now I felt it. This wasn't all just in my mind. Okay. I felt it. What it did, because I could feel it breathing. But it took its tongue, and I saw this in my third eye, but I felt it with my physical body at the same time, okay? It took its tongue and slowly licked up my neck, exactly where my pain was. And my pain went away, and it didn't come back for weeks. So it like terrified me, but at the same time, it showed me that a lot of times we can fear things that are actually not to be feared. It's just because we don't know. But I'm telling you, when I was going through that, I was just like, oh my God. I was about, oh my God, this is worse than anything I've ever experienced. But then I noticed the pain was gone, and I was like, oh my God, it helped me. Whatever it was, dragon, snake, I don't know. Because it kind of reminded me of like being half human and half of the other, but it was more reptile than it was human, if that makes sense. Okay, yep, they came and healed you. Yeah, there's a theory about that, what's happening during sleep paralysis. Ooh, sleep paralysis. Yes, I had that all the time when I was growing up. Have any others of you had sleep paralysis issues? Like I would wake up, and now I'm sure, working in healthcare, I'm sure that there are people that are having this issue, but I'm going to tell you, mine was spiritual, because I would wake up and I would see, like, okay, my real mom left when I was 16. So all my life from 3 to 16, this repetitively happened to me every night. I would scream around 3 o'clock in the morning. There would be this big black mist when I would wake up that would either be floating from my hallway into my bedroom, or was already on top of me and be choking me. Okay. Now, here's how I know it is not the diagnosis, because I would tell it to leave, and now here's what I was taught, and this is what I did, because this was my family's belief system. But I would say, but now I know it's intention, what we believe. But I would say, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. And I would keep saying it until it would release. Okay. Now, the thing is, that thing, I would still watch it float back down the hallway, or take form into like a shadow person or something like that, and then it would like not float but walk, it would take different forms. But normally when it was coming to choke me, it would be in like a fog. It didn't really have a shape. Okay, let's see. Came and healed you. Disco dusting. I've never been fond of doing floor disco dusting. Oh my gosh, I can see it now. I love it. Okay, I personally don't think it's the light. I think they actually change color. Oh, my eyes. Okay, it's because of where you are from or something. Oh, it could be. It could be. I don't know. I don't know. People say, when people see my eyes in person in the light and they notice them, they think my eyes are different. But let's see. Have you seen the masks fall off people as you notice their true intentions? Oh yes. Oh yes, for sure. Not for about 3 years though, and the last time a cat helped me wake up. Oh really, Charlie? I would love to hear this story. Do you want to come on here, Charlie, and tell your story about this cat? That would be very interesting. Yeah, we aren't supposed to wake up and see them because our human minds can't handle it. Yeah, yeah. Well, I can see where that could be true. Yeah. Does anybody else have any other questions about me? Let's see. Now I'm going to tell you something weird, probably for most of you. I don't. Let's see. Mine too, and people don't believe they change, which I don't really care about because I know my eyes. I know. I never think about my eyes. I just don't think about them. Check out the movie The Deliverance, true story. Oh, The Deliverance. Okay, where can I find it, Jack Mac? Do you know? Um, I'm gonna watch that when we get off of here. Oh my gosh! So I gotta tell you what. Okay, so like I'm on a new journey too. I am learning new shows that I like, new movies. When I say new, I mean currently updated, like nowadays, not 30 years ago. Okay, because like I didn't know what was playing on our current radio stations. I didn't. I lost myself, guys. I allowed myself to get lost in what other making other people happy. I'll just put it that way. Okay. So now I am on a journey and I am like learning what's out there now. It's almost like I was living in a bubble, I guess. But it's fun because now I'm learning all this stuff and it's really nice. It's really nice. What I like and because like listen, I can watch paranormal 24/7. I love Marvel. I love DC. I love like action and oh my god, I love Jurassic Park. Used to own that movie too. Love Jurassic Park. Had all of them. Yeah. But I don't have those anymore, and that's okay. But I love shows like that too. That like have you on the edge of your seat. Let's see. Wild Horses Can't Be Broken is the best movie of all time. Wild Horses Can't Be Broken. And where can I find that, Charlie? Do you know? Sure, I've also died, was in heaven for 3 days. Oh, wow, Charlie, do you want to come on here and do a live with about your experience? Like do a whole episode about your experience. If so, contact me. Okay, contact me on my email. Now remember, Charlie, if you weren't here earlier, if you message me on my email and you don't give me about 3 days, okay, to answer you back. But if you notice it's longer than 3 days, just send me like some hearts. That's what Jack Mac does. He'll send me some hearts or hello, how are you, or something like that to get my attention to like, hey, you didn't answer me back. And it's okay. Do that because I would really like to interview you, Charlie, and your experience so you can tell the world and help people. That's amazing. It's a Disney film that is older. Okay, I'll find it. Jack Mac said same here, but not Jurassic Park. Okay. So let's see. Jack Mac, what do you like? What you haven't told us what you like to watch. Let's see. All right. Any more questions? This has been fun. This has really been fun. Okay, I have a question for you guys. Okay. Do I seem the same today, other than the meditation part? Do I seem the same as you guys usually see me when I'm doing readings, or is my expression different? Sure, Lori. I'm getting ready to shut it down here soon too. I quit watching TV and movies like 5 years ago. Oh, did you really? I like horror and true story documentaries. Oh my gosh. My heart. That's awesome. I love documentaries. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. You seem much happier and more free. I am. I am. Yeah. Um, I don't know. I don't know what happens, Chaley. Something flips in my brain that says, work. You know, I don't know what I do. I know. But apparently it's scary. It's scary. Oh my gosh. Sort of different, but I know you both ways. You are serious. Well, you are serious during the live readings. Yeah, I am. Yes, you do know me both ways, Lori. Absolutely. Okay, have you had people following? Yes, yes. There was a man. Don't want to give it much energy. Okay, but there was a man. And there is a law here in Kentucky. Because I try to do something. Okay, and if it happens again, if he's watching, I got you. I got you. Don't try me. Because I can do something the next time. But where my dad's house is like right on a public street. Like there's a little tiny spot of the front yard, then there's a walkway, and then it's a street, it's a public street. And so that's where this person was staying, right in front of our house, outside the vehicle, watching, through our windows right here. And it really upset my stepmommy because she has epilepsy, and it wasn't good. And me, yeah, I'm on guard, but older people, that's really scary. So that was my main thing. Then so that happened on a Friday, and then I thought he was gone, and I had to run to the store because I have to run a lot here in town. I have to run a lot, because my dad needs supplies or whatever that hospice doesn't supply, and so I have to run a lot. And so, anyways, I didn't see the vehicle out there anymore, so I went ahead. I thought, coast is clear, and I went and done some running, and that's when he really showed himself. But he's on camera, so like from the stores, he's on camera. Save a lot in the Family Dollar, especially the Family Dollar. So, I got you. I hope you see this. Anyways, so yeah, it kept happening. But here's the thing. Saturday, I had to go to where my son was having his video premiere, and I wasn't going to allow anything to stop me from enjoying that with my son. And so I could have been like, oh my gosh, I'm terrified, I'm not going to go anywhere, I'm going to have to stay home. No. Mm-mm. You know what I did? Honestly, I was like, I gave it to God, and I said, look, I said I want to experience this. This is something amazing and beautiful for my son. So I don't want to miss this, right? And I trust you, because I was speaking the spirit. I trust you to keep me safe, keep my son safe, and keep my parents safe while I'm gone, because it was just mama here with dad, all day. So, and that's not something I can do all the time, every once in a while, yeah. But anyways, let's see. Hi, Susan. Welcome. Oh, Susan, I'm not doing readings today. I'm doing a different kind of show right now on this live. But it's really exciting. I do let's see, recommend that you go back and look and from the very beginning, because I pretty much believe that I explained about it, because I'm trying to teach people how to help heal other people energetically. Let's see, you're not talking about those raccoons, are no, no. Weren't they sweet? Oh my God, that was so precious. Those little raccoons. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh my gosh. I mean, I know not to stick my hand out and try to pick one up, but oh God, okay, I have to tell you. So my cousin, she used to have a baby raccoon, and that was the sweetest little thing. But it caused hell all through their house. It chewed up all their wires, and back then we had phone cords. It chewed up their phone cords. I mean, it just really made a mess, and it climbed on everything. A lot worse than a cat. Um, yeah, and it was very destructive. And it was a baby. It was really really tiny, and they had to end up getting rid of it. And I also have a friend. she raised skunks. She did. She did. And they were the sweetest, cutest little things. So she would take them to the vet and have them debagged, I think is what you call it. And so they didn't have the smell. And they're very smart, and they used a litter box, and they ate cat food. They're just like cats. So I thought that was really interesting to me, because like I would love to have one. It's so funny, but I'm not going to do it. Um, let's see. You are divinely protected. Yes, yes, absolutely. Okay, Jack Mac. I had a few ghost stories. For example, I was in bed, something poked both the middle of my feet at the same time. Another maybe a few months later, something grabbed my right foot. Very aggressive. Oh, Jack Mac. So, um, after the aggressive one, so like, did you link the two situations together? Like, is it the same? Was it the same entity or same person in spirit, or do you know, or what? What did you do? And when it became aggressive, what did you do? That's interesting. I love hearing this stuff. Okay, I last saw you live in around March time. It was to do with auras, and it was more of a formal setting. Since then, you've got your paperwork. Loved seeing that video with the sinks. Oh, the divorce. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Loved seeing that video with the synchronicities. Thank you. That's awesome. Okay, I'm afraid I have to go. Sure, Lori. Absolutely. Do what you got to do. We're just chatting, getting to know each other. That's all. Okay, I'll take care. You take care, Lori. Love you. Oh, give little Fox Man a big hug and kiss from me and Pookie. For those of you that don't know, my dog Poop. I was gonna say Poopy. I do it. I do that all the time. Like all the time. I say Poopy. I don't know why. Oh my God. Okay. My dog Pookie. um, she absolutely loves Lori. Fox, the cutest dog in the West, and she's on here today as Fox's Mama's channel. Okay. So she has a dog named Fox, if you didn't know. And my dog Pookie, usually when she sees other dogs on TV, she like goes nuts, and I have to get on to her. Well, when Fox comes on and I play Lori's videos, like that's the best babysitter for my dog. Like seriously, because it's like she's in awe. Like totally in love with Fox. So like I've never seen a dog act like that before, but it just amazes me. Okay, Jack Mac. Yeah, both. I wasn't scared, but nervous. Oh, I bet. I bet you were nervous. Now, if it was me, now, oh, I guess it would depend. If it was years ago, I would have probably been freaking out. But, if it was any time in the past few years, I I'd be like you, probably not scared but nervous, being very observant. Yeah. Okay. My intuition. Okay, this is Chaley. My intuition is an what is that? Oh, is on point. I was always worried about you because of that, and I'm glad you got away. Good job. I'm proud of you. Oh, Chaley. Oh, honey. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Well, Chaley, here's the thing. I feel like what happened, I don't want to get too much into it, because I am not perfect. I am far from perfect. Um, so, I take accountability for my role in things too, right? Um, but I feel like, sometimes when we keep hoping to um, hoping things will get better, hoping things, we have faith that things will be better, and sometimes we ignore what spirit says, and sometimes, a tower moment will be created if we don't listen or if we're just not getting it. And I think part of it was I was getting it, um, but I didn't want to I didn't want to go through it again, because Charlie, now I don't want this to go south, because this has got to stay happy. Okay, we've got to keep this happy, no sad. So I think I did not want to experience another divorce, because anyone that comes on here that does not know me, that is new to this channel, okay, I have been divorced many times because I was that my dad was very, very abusive, and I grew up like that from the time I was 3 years old. I had to fight my dad for my mom, okay, because my mom would not take up for herself. She would cry. And mom, if, hang on, I got to be strong. Mom or family that sees this and shows this to my mom, Mom, I want you to know that I love you. I'll always love you. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for what you went through. And please know it's safe now. It's safe. Okay. And family, if this is family, please let her know it's it's okay. There's no reason for her to be afraid anymore. And I love her. So now we gotta be happy. We gotta be happy. Um so when I left home, there were a lot of rules, okay, that had to do with religion, but in a twisted sense, a very twisted sense. And it took me a long time to untwist things. So, like, just to give you an example, one thing I was taught was that women, I had to always be quiet. It was, if I spoke anything, like when I got out on my own, I didn't know how to talk. hmm You see me now, and I'm like talking like crazy. I didn't know how to talk. I didn't know how to. Um, I knew how to be in front of people. My mom always had me, in everything, and going, in school. and I was, I was always out there doing stuff, performing. But when it came to talking, I had to be quiet. And so, it took me a long time. And so when I left home, Kaylee, and anybody that doesn't know, so what happened was, I kept getting into relationships with someone exactly like how I grew up. Very, very abusive. Okay. And I'm not talking about little stuff. I'm talking kill me type abusive. Okay. Me running with my kids and running in the, I mean, it was really, really twisted people. Um, so anyways, it was the belief system because, it's better to marry than to burn. And my dad was very Pentecostal holiness type. It's got to be this way. You got to do it this way. And so there were situations where, when I would start dating somebody new, it was a constant, it's better to marry than to burn. Better to marry than to burn. You got to get married. You need to get married. You need to get married. And then it would become very toxic for me from my dad. And there was actually one instance where he came in my home. I had just become a nurse for about a year and got my first income taxes back. And he came in and destroyed, just got my new furniture for the first time in my life, and he destroyed some of it. So, see, I had to marry. I had to marry and marry and marry. And each time that it didn't, it ended really bad. Um, and of course, I got a divorce because, a person can only take so much. I mean, honestly. Um, so then, eventually when I would start healing and want to start over again, um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I was just so naive. I don't know. I don't have an answer. I believed everything everyone told me, I guess is the best way I can put it. Um, I saw the good in everyone, and I didn't. It's like I saw the good in everyone and tried to teach them the good within them and tried to encourage them. And I was dismissing what I needed to pay attention to, which was this cycle crap. So that led to several, like this divorce I went through just now is my fifth. All the same, just different bodies. Okay. um and I know people, sometimes people freak out, and it used to embarrass me really bad, but now the way I look at it, no, no, I have been through so much, and I did a lot of things because I was under control. Okay, that's what it boils down to, control of what someone wanting to control my life, which started with my dad. And I became so used to that because that was the way. That's the way things had to be. Women were here for one thing and then have children, and that's all women are good for. Was that's it. And which and it's like I've come out of so much now that it has made me so strong. I don't care anymore because I look at it now. I'm like, okay. I don't care what people think because I know what I went through, and I know what I've come out of, and I know how strong I am now. And I know now I understand about these cycles, and now I can help and I'm writing books right now about abuse and how to help women. Okay. How to, and it's not, it's not just like a woman empowering thing. It's strictly about abuse. So it will help women and men, but especially targeted for women because, sexuality and different things like that will be involved in these things, things I went through. But, part of the religion too was how I was raised was that a woman, so like if I was extremely sick, didn't matter, I could be throwing up. And this is stuff that literally happened to me, okay, with people I was married to. Um, like at one point, I was throwing up, and the belief system was it didn't matter. If they said for me to drop them, I had to drop them right then and there, and do what they want. Okay, so that's the kind of stuff that it just was not good. So, anyways, now that I've been through this stuff, I realize now I am worth a whole lot more than that. Okay. And that no one has control over me unless I allow them to have control over me. So I realize now my part in this all along was I allowed other people to control me, to control my body. I had no say so. I had no say so. Okay. So it's like I allowed other people to control my body, um, to control everything in my life. And I was expected to just be quiet, not say a word, nothing, and deal with it. So that just does not fly anymore because all of a sudden um, I began seeing. It's like I don't know what happened. Some kind of awakening happened. I know that, but there was something happened to where I started waking up more and more and more about this one area of my life, with the abusive cycles. And I started standing up for myself and saying, no, that is abuse. You're not allowed to treat me this way. No, that is abuse. I don't deserve to be talked to that way. I don't deserve to be treated that way. Okay. So I'm proud. I know it sounds twisted. I get it. But now, where I have went through so many marriages and so many divorces, well, and I have to say, two was the same man. My youngest son's dad. Um, I married him twice, so actually it's only been four, but still, it's a lot. It's a lot, I know. But yeah, I went back for seconds too. And in that situation, it was I got to be careful because I don't want to hurt my son. Okay, so bear with me. But in that situation, um, so I was a workaholic, right, and worked outside the home. I was a nurse, and he absolutely would not work. I had to pay him to clean the house. Yeah. Um, so yeah. That's the kind of people. That's all I can say. The kind of people. Anyways, but see, they lied to me. They lied to me until I was married to them. Yeah. And then, then that's when they would stop working, or that's when they would start the abuse, or, the really bad drug addictions and all this stuff that they'd been doing all along. And I didn't know it. I didn't know it. Anyways, so the person that I married twice, I married him the second time because my son was just having a real hard time with the divorce. Okay, so it was really really hard on him, and he had cheated on me in the first marriage, and um, so I was, I never did recuperate after that one. So I divorced him, and but then my son had a really really hard time, and I thought, okay, I'll go ahead and after thinking about it, I'll marry him again because he had asked me, and so, okay, I will marry him again because it had not been the horrible abuse; it was the cheating. okay, with his ex-person, okay. Now, I found out once I left the second time, because this second time he put a gun to my head twice. He was totally different. He was addicted to drugs. His whole family. Okay, so there's a lot. His brother burned a girl alive that he was seeing on the side. A lot of stuff for drugs. I didn't know, guys. I didn't know the people that I was involved with. I didn't know people even after going from one to the next. I didn't know. I didn't comprehend, I guess, that people were like this in real life, at least around here. I thought it was in movies, it wasn't real. And there are really a lot of people like this. And I attracted them. So, but anyways, the my younger son's dad, okay. Um, so I remarried him and was workaholic. So, but I did tell him, I would always tell anyone, if I'm working too much, let me know, you know. But if they're not going to work, you know, we got to have money to take care of our kids, right? And so I worked and tried to get him to do. I offered to buy him lawn care equipment to start his own lawn business and different things he was interested in. And he never would. He didn't want to. And then I found out why. Um, when we finally left, my sons told me, um, said that he had, what do you call it, like threatened them in a manipulative way, as in, don't ever tell your mom because if you do, I will kill myself. That's the kind of stuff that he did to my kids. So, and I say my kids. But anyways, what he was doing. See, I would come home and I kept finding white. It looked like flour. I get the creases that you have of your kitchen table where you would put a leaf in it or something, and there's that crease there. And I'd keep finding, I thought it was flour, but it wasn't. My boys told me when I left um, that what he was doing is as soon as I would leave for work, he was crushing pills on the table in front of them because school was out during that time. And he was crushing them on the table. And there were a lot of, here, the guys call, and I don't mean to offend anyone, I'm just being honest of what the guys call girls here that do this, okay? But they call them pill whores, okay? So he would have drugs crushed up for them. They would come over and take the drugs with him, and then they would be sexual. And when they would get done with him, come to my two boys and ask them who was next. Yeah, I had no idea. Come on, boys told me. So, guys, I've been through a lot. And so, yeah, it is embarrassing in a sense, or it was embarrassing to say, I've been divorced so many times. But, in all reality, I feel like I was the strong one by doing that, because these people that I was involved with, um, all I can say, I'm just going to say, wow. Wow. So I'm proud of myself for leaving, for divorcing, for standing up to them, running, whatever I had to do. Okay. I am proud of myself. I kept myself safe, and I kept my children safe. And that's the most important thing to me. Okay. So let's keep this inspiring and woo. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. I lost track. I'm gonna shut this down here in just a minute. Um, thank you, Diane. You too, honey. Thank you, Laura. True, Charlie. True. Oh, no, Jack Mac, don't be sorry. This is not really, this is not about being sorry. Okay? Because I I overcame it. Okay? This was like one of the hardest things in my life. Not the hardest. My accident and all that was the hardest, but that was the very next thing down. Okay? That I overcame. So I'm extremely, it's okay. I'm really, really happy. I'm really happy that um, I made the choices that I did as far as coming out of them and learning from all that now. Okay, let's see. Susan said, I saw a hooded figure when I walked to school one time. It never hurt me. My grandma told me to put my underwear in a drawer and it would go away. Did it work, Susan? Did it work? That's interesting. Oh, Charlie, thank you. I love you, sweetheart. Oh, Charlie, thank you. But Charlie, actually, I'm healed though. I am healed. I am healed. Okay. I went through. I don't know. I was laying. Well, actually, I sleep on the couch because I had to sleep really close to my dad, so I sleep on the couch. But it's like I don't know. I don't know what happened. This was, I don't know. It could be 2 months now. I don't know. Time just flies by for me. But I felt, well, it was like I was woke up first of all. And I saw in vision, it was like I could see my spirit leaving my body and twirling. But then I felt it was like something had detached, like my body actually went like that. I felt something remove from my spirit. And I had been praying for, like all the past traumas and hurts, all that stuff, right? We go through. I had been praying for all that to release. And so I feel like in that moment, like the big things the things that were so hard for me to release, not on my own, were removed. Of course, the rest I have to work on myself, right? But for the most part, they're gone. They're gone. Now it's just little tiny things that, like I find here and there, and I'm like, oh, I need to work on that, So yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh my giddy, yeah. Very nasty. Well, that's why. Yes, Jack Mac. But that's why. See, here's the thing. And I love you, Mom, and I love your side of the family. But I gotta be real. Um. So there are a lot of things. Sometimes we have families, and we love them to death. But sometimes, we can have families that when certain things happen, they keep it hidden, right? Nobody talks about it. They're hush hush because they want to appear with a certain image, right? But when doing that, what I've experienced with that is you don't get to heal. Okay. um you don't get to heal when you just throw it in there and just we don't talk about that. There's no healing being done. So that's one reason I tell so much on here when I do readings and stuff about myself. It's not to make it about me. Okay, I want to make that clear. It's to help you see you're not alone. It's to help you see that we're all here in this together. We're all going through stuff, right? None of us are perfect. And I mess up. I make mistakes. I try not to. And sometimes I make repetitive mistakes, big ones. But we have to learn from those, right? And like I was saying earlier about the tower, sometimes when we don't want to take the initiative or we can't see it sometimes, tower moments will happen. But it's for us. These tower moments are for us when they happen, even if they seem like they're just, just so horrible or scary. Um, because now, this point in my life, I'm finally doing things that I've always wanted to do. And I'm so excited. And it's happening. It's all happening. Not just one thing. And I'm making it happen. You see? So there's a difference. And it's just amazing. Okay. All right, guys. Chaylee, I'm going to go ahead and close this down. But I love you guys so, so much. Chaylee, please contact me here. I don't know. Honestly, let me give you my email. I have an email on here, but I've been going through name changes, girl. Let me tell you. So, I don't know what I got on there. Let me just, uh, let's see. I imagine it must be tough for anyone to stay in the same town as they were born. I moved a long way. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm one town over, but I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my dad's situation. Mm-mm. No way. Don't like it where I live one bit. But I'm finding making it my comfort, okay? So I'm more than content and I'm finding my happiness, even if it's in my office. This little bit corner over here. I'm finding my happiness. Okay, I have found my happiness. And I just keep myself busy spitting out projects. And but and it's not to it's not I'm not doing projects. It's so funny because there's been I've had a lot of comments of people thinking I'm hiding out. It's not, but I'm not. I promise I'm not hiding out on y'all. I promise. I'm trying to get stuff done because I've never been allowed to in my life. Okay. And now I'm getting to do it. And it's like, I'm doing it, daggone it. It's that, you know what I'm saying? But it's not that I'm there. Somebody had made a comment one day that um, I can't, I can't heal pushing it under the, it wasn't exactly like this, but something like you can't heal pushing it under the rug. All in other words, like all the work that I'm doing, I'm just like suppressing it. But see, that's not what's happening, guys. I already healed from that stuff. I'm healed. I'm like I keep telling people I'm healed. Listen to me. I'm just working. I'm being productive and doing what I finally get to do. Okay. And and so anyways, but that's what I'm doing. I'm okay, so you all know. So you can get an idea. I've got 3 books going. I've got 2 about abuse. I've got 1 about my kidnapping. Okay. I've got another project that's pretty secret, not completely, but pretty secret, that I'm working on too. But all this stuff is to help humanity. Okay. Um, it's stuff that I'm being guided to do, but it's also my passions that I've been doing since I was little. Okay. So I love doing this stuff in the first place, but it's stuff that I'm supposed to do to help y'all. Okay. So I'm not back here hiding out. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm here. And I've also had people reach. I did. I had. Well, it's one person reached out to me in email and said something about I was staying like secluded. I was staying too secluded. They were worried about me. Listen, there's nothing to worry about. I don't stay secluded. I have a look. There's 2 vehicles here, and I can go as I please. I'm very independent. You don't have to worry about me. Listen, I know how to shoot a gun if I need to. All right. I'm very independent. I hold my own. Okay. Um, uh, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I'm just doing what's making me happy. There's no reason for anybody to worry. Um, and also that what I'm doing, I have to work when I'm inspired. So even if it's not writing, and I get something like writer's block on some other project or something, then I switch to a different project that I put to the side. I switch back and forth, and if that doesn't work, I go somewhere out in nature. I'm surrounded by nature. you know but I haven't been posting as much as far as that for you guys, so I know you guys aren't aware, but I mean, it was just me living my personal life. There's no need to be worried about what I'm doing, I promise. All right. Okay. When I was 18. When were you kidnapped? Yeah, when I was 18. So I had just left home. My dad had remarried, and there's a lot that I didn't put in the video that I posted on this channel. Because I had to make sure legally, including someone else, there was another person. Okay, and I'll leave it there. But in the book that I'm writing, all the details will be there, but I'm going to be changing names and things like that. But it's also going to be about how I overcame the situation, because for 2 years after that happened, while I was going to nursing school, um, they drove a white car, and every time I saw a white car that looked kind of like their vehicle, um, and I was quite a way away from them. They didn't know where I was. I would hide behind trees because I was so scared that they had found me. So I had to go through a lot of counseling. I had to go through a lot to overcome it, but I also had to have faith in God too, and know that I was protected. You know, and but anyways, that's all the stuff that'll be in the book, and how all the struggles with it, but it's not so much focused on the bad stuff. It's what came out of it, what lessons that I've learned in each situation, and how I am now using those to my advantage. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. It's these things are empowering and helping people to helping to show people that, hey, look, yeah, we all go through stuff, but instead of allowing ourselves to say, okay, I'm embarrassed to tell people about that. No, get that embarrassing attitude gone. Just be real. Say, look, you know what? I made these mistakes. This is part of my journey. I made these mistakes, but here's what I learned from it. Here's what I do now. And be proud of that. Okay? Because we should be proud of what we have learned and how far each of us have come on our journeys. Right? Okay. Oh my giddy. Okay. Last thing. Oh my giddy. And then I'm going to shut this down. When you can tell a dark tale from the funny side, you know you're healed. Some people don't understand that and tell you to change the record. Yep. No, not if you can help people by doing so. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. See that, because and just like with what you said, something else that I encounter is like telling my story. Right now, I personally practice the law of attraction, right? So I like to, speak my I am affirmations and, all this, right? But um, sometimes when I'm telling my story of what was, see, I know myself when I'm telling my story. I am not allowing myself to become emotionally invested in it. I'm looking back at it as an observer, okay, as I'm telling it to help someone else, because my intent is to help someone else, right? So, but sometimes other people that don't understand that, they can easily look at me or anyone else doing this and judge and say, but wait a minute, you're bringing more of the past into existence. No, no, no. When you look at something, feelings is the main thing. Okay, we speak, and when we speak, what it does, our brain hears that. And then when our brain hears that and processes it, it results in feelings. Okay, they work together. So feelings is the main thing that activates the law of attraction. Now, when we are speaking from an observatory view, that means our emotions, our feelings are not involved. Absolutely not. So, no, that is not true. What that person told me before, that is not true. Okay. So, as long as I bring in and say, this is what I do now, or this is what I learned, this is what you see what I'm saying? So, yeah, you're absolutely right. Oh my giddy, for sure. Yeah. Um, and we can't look into other people's minds. I mean, we can see by their actions sometimes, maybe their words, but not always. We can't see if someone's healed or not healed. You know, no, but that's not always true. So yeah, you're right. I totally agree. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down. This has been so much fun. I have like really, I have missed you all so much. Um, I'm gonna try to do as many lives as I possibly can with you guys doing things like this, okay, away from the readings, because that kind of gives me a break, and at the same time, it lets us, talk about cool stuff, whatever you guys want to talk about, and be funny, okay, and be real, okay. But thank you so much. Oh my giddy. All right. I love y'all so much. I'm shutting this down. Bye.